We're just about at time, and man, I've really enjoyed this. But is there anything that's kind of like maybe bubbled to the side of your head that you wish we'd asked you about, that you'd had a chance to kind of like share your wisdom and knowledge with us that we haven't touched on or didn't touch on as much as
That's
you'd like?
a good question.
I one thing I would say is that the level of collaboration and transparency that we're looking for really is different than what most people are used to. So I'd say it's fairly common where I meet with a company and they say, "Oh, this is just how we operate. We're transparent and we're collaborative. We've done CM at risk, we've done design build." And I'm generally disappointed by the behavior that I get. And
Mm.
so I would say everyone who has not worked on an IPD project says that IPD and other models are the same. Anyone who's worked on an IPD project says it's radically different and they don't want to go back to other project delivery models.
Yeah.
And so there really is a difference of real collaboration as an integrated team where you're financially tied together, and any other business model where you have your own contract and you can do super well while other people's fail and vice versa. It really is different. I wish people would be more open minded to that instead of just assuming that because they've done pre-construction and marked up a set of plans, that they're a hyper collaborative good partner.
Yeah.
There's more to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stan?
I think just sort of as an umbrella, if lean is about getting further with the same amount of resources, doing more with less, I like and capacity. I think it is a bona fide issue. We're just trying to get more stuff done in less time with fewer people. That's just our circumstance. A challenge question, if like the analog might be if it takes I don't know 20 gallons of gas to get from LA to San Francisco, how would you do it in 10 gallons? Whatever. And I don't think I have the math right. Sutter put that out as that co-opetition back in the day. How would you deliver this project in half the time?
Yeah.
So I think a question that we could continue to ask ourselves as an industry is how do we get better at delivering these things with specific metrics like time or double the space or improving quality and not just, I'm a big fan of it relates a little bit to the drip thing that you were saying John shared, but also in forums like this or interviews, you can ask these wildly big questions. And Sutter in the co-opetition, it really was, how would you deliver this in half the time? If the benchmark for a 144 bed hospital, let's say it's, I don't know, 5 years, how would you do it in two?
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's good, because people with a legacy mindset are like, well, that's impossible. You can't do that, all that sort of stuff. And you'd see, okay, well, we got to work concurrently. So, flexible system, universal platform. Maybe we know it's a 30 by 30 grid. We know the loading. So maybe right off the bat, we start digging for that. And, and Dan, a lot of these thoughts kind of percolated up in that project you
Yeah.
referenced earlier too. How do you, $250 million a month, something like that we were peaking at? How do you actually do that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Love
Wow.
it.